important, very important message. So when I had this dream last night, I didn't really understand exactly what the dream was about. But now that I'm out here in the actually, I'm just going to let you guys know I'm getting a lot of heat in my crown chakra right now. And I had this dream last night, and I was told to tell everybody this. So how can I begin this? Okay. So, hello guys, living late. So I had this dream last night, and there was all of these cars. Okay, I'll explain it to you like this. This is why you're not going to hell. This is why it's titled, This is Why You're Not Going to Hell. Because it's a message for you guys to understand. And I'll explain it this way. So in the dream state, there was a whole bunch of cars. When I say a bunch of cars, it was ridiculous amount of people in cars, and they were just driving really fast towards one direction. Like they were all like in this like line of people in cars, and they were all going in one direction. And so I went into this astral dimension, and I was shown this so that I can give this message to everyone. And of course, maybe a lot of people are not going to see this. Maybe a lot of people are not going to care, or they're not going to believe it. But that's okay. Those of you who are here and you're listening. So Sally, I'm going to tell you what the dream showed me. And this is not the first time I've seen this in a dream. And Jesus has come to me in my dreams a few times, warning me, showing me things, right? False prophets and all that. Jesus is not the only way to heaven. Jesus is the only way to heaven for you. For us, for everybody else, everybody's got their own way to heaven, honey. Let me just explain that to you. So this is the closed-minded mentality that I am going to let you know about. That's what the dream was showing me. That closed-minded mentality that you think that there's only one way to heaven. Like Jesus said, the kingdom of heaven is within you. He's not the way to heaven, because he just told you the kingdom of heaven is within you. I mean, you're saying Jesus is the only way to heaven, but he literally told you the kingdom of heaven is within you. He never said, come to me and you'll find heaven. I don't know how programmed everybody needs to get out of this programming. Anyway, in the dream, and I'm not angry about it, but I want you to understand, we can't tell people this is the only way to heaven and that's the way to hell. You can't. This is the problem, because what you're not understanding is it's all in the mind, okay? So this is what the dream was showing me. In the dream, you got millions of people. They're all driving one way. They're driving one way. Now, the direction they were driving towards looked like they were driving themselves to hell. They were driving themselves towards hell. Now, I took a car and I drove in the opposite direction. So now, mind you, everybody's going this way, and I'm in the car, and I'm like, watch out, move. And I'm like going between everybody, because I have to get to this part where this false person, which the person, I'm gonna say the guy looked like Jesus, I have to say, but they say that when Jesus is, how they say there's gonna be like a false prophet, and you're gonna think he's Jesus or whatever it is. Anyway, so the point is, everybody's driving one way towards hell, and I found myself in a car pushing through everybody the opposite direction. So now I'm talking about, picture in the dream, a million cars coming at me, and me just being like, no, fuck you, move. And I'm going in between everybody. And I go in between everybody, and everybody's like, what the hell? Like, what the hell? They were angry. And I was like, shut up. I got something to do. Like, I had some kind of like mission to complete. So I go through this thing, and I end up in this place with this guy. He has long hair. Like I said, he kind of looked like Jesus. I'm not saying he was Jesus, but he looked like him, right? And he was sitting in a space where on the right side there was a big screen, and it was hellfire and all this stuff, and on the left side it was like a normal thing, like a regular screen with like pretty pictures or whatever. And he was saying to me, you have to choose which one you're going to, which one is your mind telling you you're going to. And I was like, you can't do that. That's not fair. That's tricking people into, And he was like, yes, I can. I could do whatever I want, right? And I was like, no, you can't. And I was fighting with him and arguing with him. And I was like, you can't do that. That's not fair. You're fucking with people. You're making them believe this and making them believe that. And the point of the dream was, and the reason why I'm saying this is why you're not going to hell, is because of this. What I got from the dream is that everybody's mentality was so bent out of hell, thinking that they belong in hell. So now everybody's driving towards hell together. They all thought they belonged there, so they were all driving that way. I didn't believe I belonged there, so I started driving the opposite way. And when I drove the opposite way, I went to the person who was controlling, like you could say, Hades or the under God world or whatever. And I went and I fought with him and I said, you can't do this. That's not fair. You're tricking people into believing they got to go to hell and stuff like this. And so I ended up fighting against it, but everybody else was just going towards hell. They were just like accepting it. Like, this is where I belong. I'm a bad person. I did bad things and I belong in hell. So they just followed the fucking yellow brick road, right? And I went completely the opposite way. And I was like, no, the fuck, I don't belong here. I'm not a bad person. I didn't do anything wrong. Fuck that. Fuck the karma. Fuck all that. I don't need to reincarnate into earth. I'm going to ascend and I'm going to do what I got to do. And while this guy was talking to me, he was saying, I could do whatever I want. Yes, I can. Someone walked in and he was all white. He had a big bright light around him and he walked in and looked at him and was like, and he turned, he was like, oh, I gotta go. And I woke up. It was like he was doing something completely illegal, you could say, and not okay and not allowed, right? He was doing something not allowed and illegal, which is tricking a bunch of people into thinking that they deserve to go to hell when they don't. And all of those people were following each other. They were following the masses, just taking themselves to hell because of the things that they've been taught. Now, this is a message. Okay, I'm not fucking huge. Everybody's not going to hear this, but it's a very fucking important message. And if you're here, you were meant to hear this because you have to understand something. And then I just saw another video by accident, like I ran into it on Gaia, and it was a extraterrestrial talking about the afterlife. And the same things that I'm saying or I was saying, she's saying in the video, where she's saying like, humanity is programmed to believe that if they're bad and they create bad karma, they have to reincarnate onto earth to make up for that karma, which then keeps them in this repeated cycle, and they never get to ascend and do things in the astral, in the higher dimensions, which you call heaven, right? In the universe, in the stars, in the galaxy, which you call heaven, right? So humanity is programmed to think that we have to complete some kind of karma, and because we never completed that karma, or we never finished this, or we never finished that, we have to come back to earth in order to complete that karma. When earth is the hardest, I just posted something about Dolores Cannon saying earth is the hardest place to manifest and to learn to manipulate energy on earth. It's the hardest one. Everywhere else is very easy and manifests very quickly. Now, this extraterrestrial being was saying the same thing that Dolores Cannon was saying, that I was saying, is that it's all about the trap, right? This is when you say the Matrix, and you can almost imagine like souls jumping out of the sky into earth, right? And incarnating on earth, not because they want to, but because they think they have to, because somewhere in their mind they're told, oh, well, you have to go back to earth because you didn't complete this karma with your mother, or you don't have to do any of that. You can actually complete karma, or if you even need to complete karma, you can do that in other dimensions. You can do that in the higher dimensions, which is a lot easier. So this is the repetitive cycle where we keep getting pushed back onto this earth because mentally we're told this is what you need to do. And then all of these people going to hell, right? Keeping themselves in a hell mentality where it's like, I keep saying this, hell is not an actual place. It's a state of mind, right? And now I'm going to say this as well. When we say it's a state of mind, I will tell you, if you ever read Swedenborg in Life, Swedenborg, Heaven and Hell, I love you too. If you ever read Swedenborg's Heaven and Hell, Swedenborg was a scientist who turned spiritual, was religious, and then became like a spiritual, religious-based, learning more about religious. And he says there's a scene in hell that the angels took him to, and he said he started to realize that hell had different parts. There's different parts of hell, right? And all these different parts of hell, they created their own hell, their own reality. So he would see one part of hell where everyone was jealous, and they were all like, loved it, because they would stand around and just be jealous of each other, and they loved it. And because God loved them so much, he let them be happy in that hell state, right? And then he says there was a part of hell that the angel took him to and grabbed his hand and took him inside of the room. And when he went inside of the room, he saw a man who was a black figure sitting down on the floor, and on the floor all around him, he said all he saw was poop. This guy, Swedenborg, the angel took him to see these dimensions so he could, reveal it to others. Swedenborg's Heaven and Hell. You need to read that. So he had went in the room with the angel, and the angel said, look at him. Do you see what he's doing? And God allows him to be happy and think this. So the guy's sitting down, and he's looking down, and he thinks all around him he sees money, coins, jewelry. His eyes were lit up like this because that's all he cared about. That's all he saw. But Swedenborg, being that he wasn't in hell, saw what he was really sitting in. He was sitting in a bunch of shit. Now, this guy's illusions made him believe that he was sitting around coins and jewelry and money. But when you look from the outside, and the angel said, that's how much God loves you. He will even allow you to be happy in hell, or whatever your case is, God, source, whatever you want to call it, right? We're not here judging anybody for their religions or non-religions. It doesn't matter. The point is, everybody has been told, oh, if you don't behave properly, you will go to hell. And if you behave properly, you'll be somehow rewarded and sent up to this heaven because you're such a good person, and oh my God. But like, what is good and what's bad, right? What's good and what's bad? Because they do say that darkness came out of the light, right? The light came out of the darkness. First it was darkness, then there was light, and from the light created more darkness and then more light, and it was the balance that was needed. And Lao Tzu Zhang, So the Ching, he says, do not try to change this earth, because if you change it, you will ruin it. And those who think they have changed it will ruin themselves, right? So what you need to understand is wives. Look, man, I'm not saying people that go around killing people, rapists, child molesters. I'm not saying that I can't sit here and say somebody deserves to have something or doesn't deserve to have something, because guess what? I don't judge nobody, because I don't have no right to judge nobody. I'm not God. And I'm not any of that, so I don't judge anybody. So if you're judging people, and you're Christian, you're Catholic, you're Muslim, and you're judging people, have fun with that. Because let me just tell you something about that. That's the one thing, thou shalt not judge. In every religion, it says that. So you guys are judging another religion for loving Allah, or another religion for loving Krishna, or another one for loving Yahweh. What you guys gotta understand is this is the fucked up cycle we're all in. Oh, thou shalt not judge, love thy neighbor, but your religion is sucky, and your God is retarded, and mine is cuter and better, and mine did more stuff, and blah, blah, blah. When meanwhile, they're all descendants of the same place, which is the source. They're all of your gods, all of your prophets, they're all from the same source, babe. They even say Buddha, Muhammad, and Jesus are reincarnations of each other. They even say that. It's even said. The Buddha believed that. Like, listen to me. Listen, this is what I'm going to tell you guys. In the Quran, they talk about Mary and Jesus so many times. And you know why? Because it's all connected. It's all connected. Just because you put a different name on something and a different label doesn't mean anything. That's where the problem lies. And I'm not going to even call it a problem. This is where the situation and the manipulation and the lies come in and tell you, hey, you're going to go to hell. Hey, your religion is no good. Listen, when you die, who you believe in, that's who you're going to see. So, for instance, me, I believe in all religions and all faiths. I believe they're all lies and they're all truths. I believe in all that. But I believe when I die, I believe I'm going to go home. The natural source from which we all originated from. And so that is no limit to where I'm going. I'm limitless. I'm a limitless being. So my spirit, my soul is going to go off into the most limitless place possible, because if I say I'm gonna go see Jesus when I die, then I'm stuck with Jesus. Like, that's it for me. Like, that's my heaven. No. I want to be limitless. I don't want to die and go see Buddha. I don't want to die and go see Allah. I don't want to die and go see Jesus. How about I die and I go see all of them? Yo, what's good, all of you guys? This is the problem. Like, we're being told that when we die, we're going to go to this place, right? So if you're a Christian, listen, guilt and shame will take you to hell, right? Guilt and shame will take you to hell. Freedom and forgiveness, forgiving yourself, forgiving others, no matter what you did. Unfortunately, and I have to say this, as much as I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it with love and light in my heart. Even the rapists and the murderers and the killers, I have to say this. You know for a fact, God forgives them, and they go, they're forgiven, okay? They clear their sins, right? What is being reborn, right? A Christian can go dip their head in water, and all of a sudden, all their sins are cleared. Sins are just guilt and shame, and it's something that you carry personally within you, okay? That's all it is. You carry guilt and shame within you. It's not a written thing for you. You write that. You write your story. So if you're going to sit here on earth and say, oh, when I die, I'm going to go, I'm a Christian, so I'm only going to see Jesus, or I'm a Muslim, I'm only going to see Allah. That's what's going to happen. And then in those realities, you're going to feel like, maybe you didn't finish no business with your family, or you have to come back here. So it is important when they say clearing your karma while you're here, completely letting go of everything, so that when your soul decides to transition, you won't feel like you have to come back and do things. I owe this person that, or I didn't clear that up, and I didn't fix that. Even the concept of karma, that's comes from a specific religion, and karma just means take action. It doesn't mean lessons like everybody thinks it does. And I'm seeing a blue jay right there. It means action, taking action. That's it, taking action in the things that you want to clear in your life. Clearing karma is clearing your guilt and shame, right? Oh, it didn't work out with that person. I was an asshole. I cheated on them. I got to clear this karma. Oh, I was an asshole to my sister. I never got along with my mom. I got to clear that karma. And I'm going to probably have to reincarnate to redo this karma. Yeah, if we believe it. And so I've changed my perception. I've changed my reality, which always will happen as you ascend, as you gather more information from the guides, as you have dreams the dream that I had, where everybody was programmed to go to hell and they were just fine with it. Okay, sure, I'll drive that way. And I was like, oh, hell no. And I drove completely the opposite way. It was scary to do that, because everybody's like, bitch, what the fuck? And I fought against all of them. And I was like, no, I don't believe I belong here with all you motherfuckers. And when I got there, he was like, I could do whatever I want. And the guy looked at him and he was like, and I just disappeared from the dream. And that's the signs of these little quotes and these little things that I hear. The poor shall inherit the earth. Yes, when you live in a poor state of mind, in a suffrage mentality, in a, oh God, I'm broke, I'm suffering, I'm a victim. When you live in this state of being, you will inherit the earth. You know why? Because you're going to keep coming back here, because you're never going to ascend. You can't ascend if you're sitting in a hateful manner, if you're sitting in a I hate life type of way, right? So the poor shall inherit the earth. Listen to that. People are like, yes, the poor shall inherit the earth. They are the most blessed. No, they're stuck. They're stuck because poor, broke, all that is a state of mind, right? You will hear a homeless person, a poor person say, hey, we were poor, but we never grew up. We never thought like we were poor. We were always rich in our minds. We were rich in our hearts. We had love. We had our family, all of this stuff. And they were free because of it, right? Many of us are sitting at home right now. We have everything. We look around us. There's a fucking GameCube there, a TV there, I was about to say VCR, whatever. A system here, a TV in the kitchen, air conditioner, fucking stove, right? Running water, right? A fucking bathtub, like we have a bathtub, right? And we're sitting here with all of these precious things around us that someone else in a place that does not have these things is sitting happier than us, not because they have more stuff than us, but they have more freedom in their mind. So they could be in a place where their bed is on the floor, 10 of them are sleeping on the floor, but guess what? The whole family gets up, they have dinner with each other. The kids go outside, they play soccer, they're having fun, they're laughing, they're giggling, the family stays together. They ain't got to worry about if their kid is at their uncle's house, they're gonna get molested, and if they're at their friend's house, they're gonna go off into the woods and go try to find Slender Man, or they're gonna fucking plot on killing other kids. You know why? Because they don't have all of the stuff that we have. So when we accumulate this stuff, we keep bringing this stuff into our life, more stuff. Oh my God, I lost the stuff. I got to buy more stuff. I've been throwing and giving away so many things lately because I am just fucking tired of seeing stuff. I'm tired of seeing stuff around. I'm tired of seeing a lot of food in the fridge. We're excessively eating. We're not even supposed to need that much food. Humans are programmed to think you got to eat 3 times a day in order to stay healthy. You got to drink 2 gallons of water a day in order to stay hydrated. What do they do? Why? Why do I need, what am I? Am I a fucking tank? Am I a pool? Am I a pool that I need 10 gallons of water a fucking day to survive? Are you joking me? I'm made of 90%, 82% water. Why do I need to keep drinking water? Oh, okay, I get it. Drink a lot of water so this way you'll never have time to fuck with nobody else because you'll be peeing all fucking day. Are you serious? The fridges that we have are excessively filled with foods as if there's going to be a fucking nuclear war and we have to plan for a natural disaster. I mean, really, people in other countries and other places, they literally buy that food for the day and that's what they got. They pick a potato or two and that's their food for the night. They make bread, that's their food. Us. Buy food, get more food, then keep getting food, and then keep eating, and then drinking, and then coffees and juices and sodas. Listen, don't get me wrong, my fat ass loves food just like the next person does. Really. But we are excessive as a motherfucker. Okay? Yeah, fuck that drinking a gallon of water a day. I don't believe in that bullshit anymore. I don't believe you need 8 hours of sleep. I don't believe you need fucking 3 meals a day. I believe you should have 1 meal a day and that's it. And drink a little bit of water here and there. Take a sip or 2 here and there. A fucking 2-3 glasses maximum a day. I'm done thinking I need 8-9 hours of sleep to feel more rested when in all reality, every time I get more than 8 hours of sleep, my fucking ass is tired the whole fucking day. When I get like 4 or 5 hours of sleep, why am I like, shoo, like a fucking machine? I just want to do everything as if I popped 10 Adderalls and now I'm about to party and get my fucking errands done. You feel me? Cause like, it's too much. These motherfuckers been lying to us and I'm just sick of the lies. I'm sick of the manipulation. I'm also very fucking sick of fucking of the fucking delusions that we're all living in with all this fucking religion stuff. That I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it. I don't care if you don't like what I'm saying about religion. Go away. It's not, you're still at that. It's okay, honey. You're still down here. I got it. And I'm not judging you because I was there once too. And then I was lost, but now I'm found. You know what I'm saying? And I was in that space where it's like, oh, I need to, please forgive me. I'm so sorry. Forgive me for my sins. Forgive me for my Wait. Actually, I need to forgive myself for my sins, quote unquote sins, because nothing's a sin, nothing's a mistake, everything's a lesson. So if I'm learning a lesson, why am I creating a sin? If I carry guilt and shame for anything that I've done in the past, right? Everything that I've done in the past, if I carry guilt and shame for it, if I'm like, oh, Flo, you did this back then, you should be ashamed of yourself. Oh my God, you're Albanian, people are going to talk about you. You know why I don't give a flying fuck what anybody thinks about me? Because, bitch, no matter what the fuck you do, I told my mom one day, she said to me, don't you worry about what people got to say about you online when you talk about your personal life. I said, Mom, if I got online tomorrow and I said, hey guys, I'm a doctor, everybody would be like, oh my God, but are you a brain surgeon though? You know what I'm saying? Cuz like you really think you're going to ever satisfy anybody else? Do you think it really fucking matters? Because even this comment I got, whoa, what about if all the things you're saying online, what if there's a guy you like and he sees it and he doesn't like what you said? Then guess what? That guy's not for me. Because if you're dating me, oh, you gonna hear some shit. And if you can't handle some shit, then you can't be with me, brother. Because, hello, some people just can't handle the truth. You know what I'm saying? They can't handle the truth. And I can do only things like tell the truth. Because when I lie, first of all, I act retarded. I start to sweat. My eyes start crossing. I'm stuttering and shit. I'm like, that's all, folks. So I have to tell you the straight up honest truth. And if you can't handle the truth, then you must go. You must go away. You must go live with the other 80% of the delusional humanity that still stays in this whole Like, you know, when girls are like, oh my God, I've never done this before. And then they start sucking your dick and the bitch is like, blah, 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 blah. She's a fucking... Bitch got one hand here, one hand there. Her toes are being used. She's playing with your nipple with your toes. She's sucking your dick, jerking you off, playing with your balls, playing with your asshole, all at the same damn time. Like, how many hands you got, bitch? Oh, those are my feet. Oh, I thought you never did this before. I haven't. This is my first time. I'm just a natural. Like, let's really just wake up. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you think the fucking men you have been with, they haven't been with this many women? Or the women you've been with, they haven't been with this many men? If they haven't, it's because they haven't lived, okay? I'm so sorry to say it. I mean, congratulations. You think you're a good girl because you only slept with 3 guys? No, honey. You're gonna eventually be like, in a relationship and be like, I want to try more guys. I haven't had enough dick in my life. And then one day when you're married, you might be fucking your fucking janitor because you didn't try enough dicks, okay? And that's the problem. Everybody wants to fucking jump in a relationship and then discover that they haven't discovered themselves. Bruh, why are we programmed like this? Beep, boop, bop, bop, boop. No. No. How about no? How about no? You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to understand that if we don't try and experience and explore life before we jump into love, relationships, marriage, children. That's a big one. Oh, let me tell you about this kid stuff. Like, I love my daughter. Ooh, I love her. But let me tell you about everybody's, oh my God, babies are so amazing. They're such a blessing. You know damn fucking right, having kids is a big fucking responsibility, and a lot of these motherfuckers is out here popping babies out and not even giving a fuck about them. They give them an iPad and some motherfucking candy and be like, get the fuck away from me. Mommy's gotta fucking go pick up some dudes. Oh my God, Mom, can you watch my baby? I mean, come on, bro. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, we are all, we have to reprogram ourselves. We have been programmed so deeply that it is fucking destroying humanity. Listen to me when I tell you, everybody thinks they're going to hell because they did something bad in the past. What? I never did nothing bad in my past. You might say, oh, Flo, yes, you did. You did drugs. You did this. You did that. Is that bad, though? But is it bad? Or is it something I had to experience for my own ascension? Is it something that I experienced because it's been pushed down to me from generations and I had to break the cycle? So is it bad or is it incredible that I did it? Because of that experience, here I am today, sharing messages, not high on motherfucking life, out here in nature, just chilling, got a different fucking car every day. I don't even have a car, but I have a car every day. You know what I'm saying? Doing my thing. I'm able to fucking do mediumship. Why? Why you think that's happening? Why? Because I sat around and listened to what my aunt said. Oh, you shouldn't do this because of that. Or my cousin said, you shouldn't do this because of that. Or what somebody said when they told me, you should stay in that relationship because it's the right thing to do. Yeah, but if I would have listened to all those people, I'd be nowhere right now. I'd be a miserable ass bitch, which even sometimes I'm still a miserable ass bitch. Not because I want to be miserable, but because sometimes I like being miserable because I'm a Virgo and I'm secretly a fucking a miserable bitch. But at the end of the day, I'm happy. You see what I'm saying to you? But I express and I honor that anger. I honor the anger and the happiness. So this is why you're not going to hell. You're not going to hell if you don't think you're going to hell. Okay? You're not going to hell if you don't think you're going to hell. If you think you're going to hell, honey, you're going to see a whole lot of people there that think the same fucking way. I don't even know what heaven is. I don't even say I'm going to heaven. Because I don't know what heaven is. Your heaven and my heaven and their heaven is way different, right? Some people who have a near-death experience say, I saw Jesus. That's what they were programmed to see. I saw Muhammad. That's what they were programmed to see. But for instance, someone like me today, if I, God forbid, which it won't happen, died, I would see home. I would see the ether. I would see the galaxies because that's where I'm from. I'm a limitless being. I'm a part of Source. Source is a part of me. I am never disconnected from Source. You are never disconnected from Source. You and Source are together and you will never be disconnected. The only way you could be disconnected from the true Source, the creator of everything, is when you disconnect yourself. And you start to Now you're labeling yourself. I'm a he, she, man, har, be, bar, bro. All these fucking, these new age fucking words for pronouns and all. This is just way more. Listen, baby, hate to tell you all of this. And you know I'm a woke ass bitch and I'm with it, I'm for it. But all of this, he, she, it, I'm, her, we, them, it, at, all you're doing is separating yourself more and more and more. That's it. This is the agenda of the separation. Okay? It's the agenda of the separation. All of this fucking Black Lives Matter, LGBT stuff. All of these, you're just becoming a part of a label now. Why do you have to be black? Why do you have to be a white person? Why do you have to be, I'm the smartest white person here, I'm the smartest black person here? Why can't you just be the smartest person? Why can't we just be? Why does everybody have to be so, like, I used to be so like, I'm Albanian and I'm Muslim and fuck this and fuck Jewish people and fuck that and fuck Kosovars, I mean not Kosovars, fuck fucking Serbians and all, and I used to be programmed to hate specific cultures and all this stuff. And let me tell you something. It's all bullshit. Huh? It's like cliques in high schools. The cool guys with the nerds. And the smart people and the smart art. And the guy and the computer geeks. And the coffee. And the druggies. And the... I knew from high school, when everybody was walking in the same packs, I was like, yo, I'll be right back. And I would go sit with this fucking girl who would sit there with her glasses on, nobody talked to her, and I sit with her. She's like, you don't have to sit with me. I said, I know that. Did I ask you? And I would sit and talk to her, and I would make friends with the people that nobody wanted to be friends with, and I would defend and fight, literally fight for the people that nobody else fought for. There would be a girl getting bullied. She'd feel lonely, and guess who was fighting somebody for her? I'd be like, you fucking with my cousin? That wasn't my cousin. I didn't even know the bitch. But she kept getting bullied. People pulling her book bag off. This is why motherfuckers go around to school shootings and all that. I'm not... Listen. Nowhere in this fucking video am I condoning these little shits going out there and taking their fucking little puberty anger out on people. But what I will tell you is us not treating each other right and fairly is causing people to lose their fucking minds. People are tired of it, okay? I remember in school there would be people that would get bullied so hard I'd see them crying in the hallway by themselves, and I don't know how those people didn't break and they didn't shoot up a whole fucking school, because we're constantly abusing we're teaching our kids, you know, hey, listen, you're from Israel, so you're Jewish, you have to hate Muslims, okay? You're Muslim, you have to hate Jewish people. Oh, those fucking Jews, those fucking Muslims. Listen, man. How long? You gonna program your kids like this? I mean, just tell me, are you going to program your kids like this? Because I know I'm not. I tell my daughter all the time, honey, you're one with everybody. You're not Albanian, you're not white, you're not black, you're not Muslim, you just are, baby, you just are. And she's like, I like that. I'm like, no, don't put yourself in categories. When you see the cool girls in school, you don't gotta be one of them. When you see the nerds, you don't gotta be one of them. When you see the quote unquote sluts or the good girls, you don't gotta be any of them. You just be you. But you be good to everybody. Because that's one of the things that fucks us up. Is the programming, the elite, the agenda that the elite place upon us is very, very fucking, it's so fucking clear and it's so in your face. It's so in your face that you think it's a lie, right? It's in your face, so you think it's a lie. The Boston Marathon, where the bombing happened, the man that was there was coming back with an original creation of another guy to make cars that are fueled by water, and he was about to release this public information, and before he released it, they had a bomb terrorist blow up the bomb thing, but they made sure they targeted at the exact area that the guy was in. The guy who was making the water cars. You know why? Oh, let's make it look like a mass shooting or a heart attack or they killed themselves or this and that. You think that they don't have, the men in black are real. Listen to me closely. The men in black are real. There's a couple FBI agents watching me right now saying, don't say too much, bitch. Don't say too much. But, they see 27 people in the lab. They're like, ain't nobody listening to this dumb bitch, but it's okay, because guess what? Because nobody's listening to me, I get to say what I want to say, and I get to tell you the truth. I have seen them in dreams. They have come in my backyard. They have covered shit up. The Pleiadians clearly came to me and showed me it's not us who's abducting you, it's them. And they keep blaming everything on us. We leave you alone. We allow you to practice free will. We don't get involved with humanity's decisions. All we do is protect you and watch over you. We got the draconian reptilians who are taking over the whole government. You could be like, yo, this bitch is crazy. She's on some conspiracy. Okay, that's fine. Go back to your pod, like in the Matrix, and get plugged back in. See, us unplugged people, you know why we sound crazy to you plug people? Because you're not here yet. You're not here. You're not unplugged yet. When you get unplugged, you're going to understand. And when you understand, you're going to be bothered. And you're going to go through some dark shit. And you're going to realize some tough things. And you're going to fucking realize, because right now, oh, baby, ignorance to you is supreme bliss. You know why why do spiritually woke people go through the most? Because we know everything. And you know how tough that is to know everything, and you're like, oh my God, this is happening. So you have to take it as you will, step back, observe, and do your part. What is your part? What is your part? Are you here to help other people, to let out the truth? What are you here to do? Huh? Are you here to be another one of the program people, the background people, like Dolores Cannon calls them, the background people who just fill in the blank, and all of a sudden you talk to them and they become a part of the story, and all of a sudden, don't tell me. I've seen people in my spirit in the astral, and they watch us on TV. They go to a movie theater, they gather together. If you ever had a dream about you inside of a movie theater, and it's you and a couple of people you know, and there's a big screen, everybody's getting ready to watch a movie, you didn't have a dream about a movie. You had a dream about people, us, in the astral, watching us live in the physical, as if we're a fucking movie and it's all a show and it's all a game, because it is. And once you realize that, you are a free player. You're like Free Guy in the movie Free Guy. All of a sudden he recognized, holy shit, I'm in a fucking game. And then what does he do? He masters the game, gets all of these points, and boom, bam, boom, he ends up freeing all these people and sending them to a nirvanic state type of place, like a fucking Garden of Eden, where everything is perfect and everybody's free and everybody's happy. And that's the message. That's the message. I mean, I'm sweating telling you the message. It's nice out here. It's nice out here. And I said, guides, I'm going to tell them what I saw in the dream. And most people will be like, what the fuck is she talking about? And they're going to say, oh, it's just a dream, bitch. It's a dream. Everybody dreams. Yeah, everybody does dream. But I astral project, okay? And you'll know if you're a powerful astral projector. You see those lines I have right there? You see them clearly. You see all of those lines? That's how powerful of an astral projector I am, okay? Okay? That's all right there. All of those lines you see on my thumb, and if you see them on yours, you astral project, you go to other dimensions in your dream state, you gather information, and you come back here and you give it to the masses, because that is one of your purposes, to astral project and go back and forth to dimensions, figure out some discussions, figure out what's going on, and then come here and give some information, because a lot of people on Earth are stuck. When people say Earth is hell, it's not hell. It's actually a form of hell, because if you keep repeating yourself and coming back here, you're stuck here in this physical dimension, when in all reality you could be a free spiritual being, and you could be free in the astral, you could be free in the higher dimensions, up in the ether, up in the galaxy. Ooh, my head right now, my crown chakra. You could be free, you could be doing whatever you want, but instead we keep choosing to come back here and reincarnate into this physical dense body, where lessons and limitations and love are one of the hardest things to learn here on Earth, because you got to learn to love these piece of shits, or these assholes, whatever you want to call them, and you got to learn to love family members that you don't want to love, honestly, because some of them are real fucking dickheads, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, it's like, when are we going to free ourselves? You know, love and light, because I forgive everybody in every time, space, and dimension, future, past, and present. I let go of all hate and fear, and I am free. I am a free being. I am a free individual, okay? So love and light to you guys. I'm going to save this live. I'm going to post it. Please share this live. If you really want to get people woke, you really want to help out with the mass wokeness, this is why we're going through the shadow self. So if you find yourself right now going through a real fucking difficult, dark time. You're like, damn, bro, this past 2 weeks has been, this past month, this past 2-3 months have been, yeah. She's a vibe because you're astral traveling. These past 3 months have been a fucking, they've been something. Let me tell you, I've been going through some serious shedding, and finally, like, my guides are like, are you ready yet? Are you about to talk about the real shit? Because you've been kind of like tiptoeing around it, and, you know, busy doing mediumships, private readings and all that. They're wanting me to step into the real role that I came here, which is way bigger than I envisioned myself doing. And, you know, sometimes we could play humble and play small, but you need to stop doing that. Okay? Because you've been going through it this past 3-4 months, 2 weeks, sick, not feeling well, tired, this, that, because you're about to change the perception of your own reality, because your guides are telling you, okay, babe, I think you're ready. You gotta cut the shit out. Like, you know, get out of autopilot, get out of autopilot mode, get the fuck up and go do something. Okay, guys, I love you. Yes, I do too. I know. I get a lot of premonitions too. All right, guys, love and light. Damn, I did that detox on my face last night. I'm not gonna lie, it looks pretty good. This side is still got some parts here, but face is looking good. Love you guys. We'll see. Yep, in front of the movie theater screen. Just watch this and listen to the messages. You'll see it. Even in schools, if you have dreams about schools, people are learning lessons in there, okay? Hey guys, love you. I'll see you guys later. Let me go pick up my daughter, okay? Share this live. Not for my popularity contest. I'm not here. I'm not fucking Mean Girls, you know what I'm saying? I just want to share the information. People need to know. This dream was of revelation. Revelation.